make you nervous. A tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster. A reckoning, you wonder how I got this way.
Hey squatties, have you guys been following this story about the logo that Meghan has unveiled for her new brand as ever? Have you guys heard about all this sort of kerfuffle brouhaha about some Spanish town that's claiming that she plagiarized their brand or their logo, and they're going to potentially sue her for infringement or whatever? Have you heard that, you guys? This here is my new creation. I did this today, the Squatty Forever mug. You like it? And of course the Paris mugs as well. So cute. Get your mug today, you guys. And t-shirts. This Squatty mug. So yeah, back to Meghan. So yeah, they're basically busting her chops, and they're saying that she plagiarized this logo, and yada yada yada. And I wasn't even going to talk about it, to be perfectly honest with you, because I just thought it's so incredibly draining. The negativity is so incredibly draining, and I mean, what can I possibly say, about the whole thing? I mean, I don't know what Megan must be feeling today. I mean, just yesterday, she was so excited, and she, came out on Instagram and told us all about the new brand. It was a secret for so long and clearly exciting. And here's the mug again. I'm doing a commercial. Just let it play itself out. You definitely have to get your mug if you're a squatty, okay? Get your mug. And yeah. And your t-shirts also. I did a new banner for the YouTube channel as well. But anyway, yeah, get your squatty mug, you guys. But anyway, back to Meghan. So, they're basically busting her chops, and I feel bad, I feel a little bit exhausted as well, to tell you the truth, because I feel like, you know, first I just don't have energy for the negativity and all these, I don't have energy. I feel like I'm just old, I'm too old, to keep up with these people anymore. But I definitely feel bad for Megan, because she was so excited, yesterday. And I don't think as positive minded as she is, wherever she is, whatever she's doing today, hearing this new, I mean, I'm sure she must have known that there would be discussions about her revelations that she had this new brand. I don't think she ever anticipated that this would be it, that, she plagiarized somebody else's logo. And I think there's a store or fashion brand in New York as well that's saying that, they were first as ever, One of the things you learn as you get older in this world is that there is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing original under the sun. And somebody's always thought about it before. Like today, I did a post called Meganomics, and I'm working on a book on that topic, Meganomics. And I'm like, I'm so original. I'm sure nobody else has ever done it. But, I haven't checked. I have not checked, but I'm sure that somebody else has done it. Probably I've even done it before because I've come up with different sort of monikers with Megan's name. So I'm sure I must have come up with something to that effect at least a year or two ago. And I'm sure somebody must have come up with it even before that. There's nothing new under the sun at all, ever, right? So there is that. Okay. But that said, I mean, in Megan's place, to avoid this kind of thing, it's very, very important. And I don't want to preach to Megan, obviously, because she should be preaching to me, really. But in her place, I would be very, very, um, I would hire people to, and I'm sure she does have, an intellectual property lawyer, people who look into things like this, trademarks, copyrights, similarities, and so on, because of who she is, because she has so many enemies, because, people are trying to take her down. They are trying to take her down in the British press, in the tabloid press, and not just the British press, other press. I mean, even here in France, okay? So you have so many enemies, and she's doing well. She has evaded them quite well, and so on. And she will continue to do that, obviously. But because of that, I would have been hyper careful. Now, I understand, that these images are clearly different. They're clearly different images. But I would also say that there are clear similarities. There are clear similarities. And I would also say that it's potentially enough of a similarity that in her place, if I knew that this one existed, I would have chosen a different logo just because I don't want to hear people's big mouths. I don't want them in my life. I don't want them in my business. I don't want them in my face. I don't want to hear it. I'm exhausted. I'm just trying to run my business. I'm just trying to launch my brand. I'm just trying to thrive. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't want to give my enemies a stick, with which to beat my brand and to run their big, filthy mouths on my brand. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Squatty? So in her place, I would have done something
I
different.
make you nervous, a tragedy. I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way.